The rain hammered against the windows of the Colorado way station as 7-year-old Lily pressed her small palms against the glass door of Walt's Freightliner, her mouth forming words that made no sound through the storm. "Help my mama. Please help my mama." What happened next proved that sometimes the smallest details can unravel the biggest lies, and one observant trucker's instincts would save 2 lives. Would you recognize a kidnapping if it looked like a family argument? Comment below if you'd noticed the signs, because what this trucker saw will change how you observe every interaction. Walt Henderson had been driving trucks for 37 years, and his specialty was reading people, not just roads. That Thursday evening at the Le Mans way station, his instincts fired immediately. A woman named Rebecca stood by a silver Camry, arguing with a man while a little girl tugged at her sleeve. Normal domestic spat? Most would think so. But Walt noticed Rebecca's hospital bracelet, barely visible under her sleeve. He saw how she kept positioning herself between the man and the child. He noticed the little girl's shoes, expensive, well-maintained, but on the wrong feet, details that painted a different picture: rush, fear, confusion. The man, who called himself Derek, gripped Rebecca's arm hard enough to leave marks. "Get in the car, Rebecca. We're leaving, now." His voice carried threat, not concern. Rebecca's response was measured. "Careful. I just need to use the restroom. Please, Derek." But Derek yanked her back. "You've stalled enough." That's when Lily broke free and ran, not to the way station building where there were people, phones, help. She ran to Walt's truck, specifically to Walt's truck. Later, Walt would learn why. His truck had a faded sticker on the door. "This truck stops for Amber Alerts." Lily could read, and Lily was smart. Walt climbed down from his cab slowly, non-threatening, just an old trucker stretching his legs. But his eyes cataloged everything. Derek's shoes, dressy, impractical for a road trip. Rebecca's purse, clutched protectively, but her wallet visible inside was from Texas, not Colorado plates on the car. The child's backpack, Disney princesses, but covered in fresh duct tape, hiding something underneath. Derek noticed Walt approaching and shifted stance, blocking Rebecca. "Family matter, old man. Move along." Walt smiled, grandfatherly, just wondering if the little one's okay. Storms got everyone spooked. That's when Rebecca did something brave. She mouthed a single word behind Derek's back: "Please." Walt didn't confront, didn't threaten, didn't call 911 yet. 37 years taught him that aggressive men do desperate things when cornered. Instead, he played dumb. "Hey friend, you heading east? Dot's got the highway closed at mile marker 359, jackknifed semi. Might want to wait it out." Derek's reaction revealed everything. He didn't ask for alternate routes, didn't check his phone. He just got angrier. "We're fine." A real family on a trip would care about road closures. Derek only cared about moving. Walt casually walked to his truck, but not to leave, to position himself between Derek's car and the exit. One truck, one angle, escape route blocked. Walt called out to Derek, still playing helpful. "Actually, friend, your brake light's out. State Patrol's heavy tonight. They're writing tickets for everything." Derek cursed, but took the bait, walking to check his lights. The moment Derek turned, Walt saw Rebecca grab Lily's hand. They didn't run. Too obvious. But Rebecca did something clever. She accidentally spilled her purse. Contents scattered. While gathering items, she slipped something under Walt's truck tire. Walt kept Derek distracted. "My mistake. Must be the rain. Looked dim from here." But those 20 seconds Rebecca bought were crucial. She'd also done something with her phone. Not a call, but something quick. A shared location? A text? Walt couldn't tell, but he saw hope flicker in her eyes. Walt needed information without alerting Derek, so he turned to Lily with grandfatherly charm. "That's a pretty backpack, sweetheart. Going on vacation?" Before Derek could stop her, Lily burst out, "We're going to see my real daddy. Mommy promised." Derek's face went dark. Rebecca pulled Lily close. "She's confused. Her father passed away." But Lily shook her head violently. "No, Daddy's in Houston. You said we were going home. The pieces clicked for Walt. Hospital bracelet. Texas wallet. A child who knew her father was alive when the man with them claimed otherwise. This wasn't a family trip. This was a kidnapping. And Derek wasn't the father. The question was, how to resolve this without violence, with a child in the crossfire. Walt returned to his truck, pretending to check his logs, but he grabbed his CB radio, switching to channel 19. Breaker, this is Colorado Walt, at Le Mans Scales. Need a quiet favor. Anyone heading westbound, I need you to pull in for a bathroom break. Make it natural. The responses came quick. Copy that, Walt. 10 minutes out. Rolling your way. Walt wasn't assembling an army. He was creating witnesses. Crowds make violence risky. Meanwhile, he sent a quick message to his dispatcher, who happened to be married to a state trooper. Possible custody situation, Le Mans Scales. Send help quiet. The beauty of trucker networks isn't just CB radios. It's relationships built over decades. Dispatchers, cops, fellow drivers. A web of connections civilians never see. If you believe real heroes use wisdom over violence, subscribe now for more true stories. Hit the bell and share. Watch how one trucker's brilliant move saved everything. As more trucks pulled in, Derek grew nervous. Rebecca, we're leaving. Now. But Walt played his ace. Hold up, ma'am. Is this yours? He held up what Rebecca had slipped under his tire. A medical form. Psychiatric hold paperwork from Denver General, dated today. Rebecca's name. Involuntary commitment signed by Derek Morrison, claiming to be her husband. But the insurance card Rebecca had accidentally dropped showed her as Rebecca Thornton. Single. Derek lunged for the paper, but Walt stepped back. Interesting reading here. Says you're her husband, but her ID says different. Derek's mask slipped completely. She's mentally unstable. I'm helping her. Rebecca found her voice. He's my ex-boyfriend. He took us from the hospital. Please, my daughter's father is looking for us. Walt noticed 3 more trucks had arrived, their drivers casually forming a loose circle, just watching. Not threatening, just present. Derek couldn't hurt anyone now without multiple witnesses. That's when Rebecca's phone rang. Derek grabbed for it, but Rebecca had already answered, putting it on speaker. Daddy! Lily screamed. A man's voice. Desperate. Lily? Rebecca? The hospital said, someone took you. I'm tracking your location. Police are coming. Derek's escape route was closing. But cornered animals are dangerous. He grabbed for Lily. That's when Walt did something unexpected. He didn't fight. He simply stood between Derek and his car and said loudly, Sir, you're being live-streamed. 3 of these trucks have dash cams running. Everything's recorded. A lie. But Derek didn't know that. The state patrol arrived quietly. No sirens. But they weren't alone. A muddy pickup truck screeched in behind them. A man in army fatigues jumped out. Captain James Thornton, home on emergency leave from Fort Hood. Rebecca's ex-husband, Lily's father. The real story tumbled out. Derek, Rebecca's ex-boyfriend, had convinced hospital staff he was her husband during her psychiatric evaluation for postpartum depression. He'd used her vulnerable state to sign her out, planning to take them to his cabin in Wyoming. Classic predator, isolating vulnerable prey. But he hadn't counted on Lily remembering the Amber Alert sticker. Hadn't counted on Walt's observation skills. Hadn't counted on Trucker's invisible network. James held his family while police cuffed Derek. What struck everyone was how Walt had managed everything without a single punch thrown. No dramatic confrontation, just intelligent observation, strategic positioning, and networked communication. The other truckers began sharing what they'd noticed too. One had photographed the license plate. Another had called in the vehicle description 20 minutes earlier. A third had been recording on his phone for his YouTube channel, actually creating evidence. They'd all played parts without coordination, just instinct. The way station manager revealed he'd locked the exit gate when Walt first called. Derek never had an escape route. Everyone had contributed to a perfect, non-violent resolution. As Derek was driven away, Rebecca approached Walt with tears streaming. You saved our lives. How did you know? Walt smiled, pointing to his truck. 37 years out here, ma'am. You learn the difference between angry and dangerous, between family troubles and real fear. He knelt to Lily's level. You did perfect, sweetheart. Running to the Amber Alert truck? Brilliant. Lily hugged him with the pure gratitude only children can express. James shook Walt's hand with military precision but emotional eyes. I owe you everything. Walt shook his head. You don't owe me nothing. Just take care of them. As the family drove away, the gathered truckers dispersed quietly. No celebration, just nods of acknowledgement. Job done. That night at Limon Scales proved that heroism isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's noticing wrong feet, shoes, and hospital bracelets. It's blocking an exit without violence. It's using networks and intelligence over confrontation. Walt Henderson never threw a punch, never raised his voice, but he saved 2 lives through observation and wisdom. Rebecca got the help she needed. Lily reunited with her real father, and Derek got 15 years for kidnapping. The trucking community never made Walt's actions famous. That's not their way. But on CB channels, Colorado Walt at Limon became code for using your head over your fists. Based on multiple real incidents of truckers preventing kidnappings through observation and intelligence, details combined for narrative impact while protecting identities.